Right. So I am in the middle of one of my training, one of my lessons, right? And this quote stood out to me. It said, power is not created from staying safe. Power comes from the willingness to leave the world of safety and move forward into the unknown. And Odia Judith, I think that's how you say her name or their name. Y'all, this stood out to me so much because a lot of times we think that we're going to grow when we are playing safe. And sure, you might have a little bit of growth, but the most growth I found in my life personally is when I did step into the unknown, when I did things that were hard, when I did things that challenged me. Like, for example, leaving the military was really hard for me because I knew the military. I was complacent in the military in the aspect of knowing my job. I felt very confident doing my job day to day. No matter what position I was in every unit I was in, I felt comfortable. I was confident. I knew what I was doing. I didn't have to worry about the unknown because I knew what my job was. So leaving the military for me, because the military to me was literally my safe space. So leaving the military, I was uncomfortable. I was scared. I was nervous as hell. And sometimes I still like regret getting out because I would have been close to retirement if I would have stayed in. But that's neither here nor there. I knew that I wanted to teach. But going into education is like, okay, this is unknown to me. I'm not sure I can do this. And there were some times like y'all, even last year, I literally talked to a recruiter and did my packet to go back into the military because that was my safe space. I was running back to what was comfortable for me. But also I believe I was still struggling, like trying to find my place, being in education because it was so unknown to me. I felt like an imposter in education. Of course, this year I fully stepped into who I was and embraced who I was as an educator. And I'm glad I actually like did it because I'm like, I love teaching. Like, I love it so much. Even last year when I was still unsure, because of all these unknowns, right? I knew that I still wanted to teach, that I love being in the classroom, but this year is where I found my, who I am in the classroom. And so, like, even now I'm getting ready to go into, work for a new school district. And it's like, okay, this is unknown to me. And yes, I'm nervous, but I feel there's something here. There's a reason I'm being called here. And there is power in going into the unknown. And if anything has taught me this, it's getting divorced, leaving the military, and having my life completely uprooted and upended, and having to start over, being forced to start over, and trying to go back to what was comfortable in the universe, redirecting me, saying, hey, that's no longer part of your life story. This is your new chapter now, So yes.